Hey Brittany, how are you? I feel like we haven't seen you in a while. Are you okay? I hope so. Good morning, Avery. How are you? Hey Ray. Hey everybody. Good morning, good morning. Everyone feeling good, feeling fine? Hey Stephanie, for some reason I thought we had book club on the weekend. The book club on Sundays, Stephanie, just Sundays. I take off and I have reading in bed with family. And good work just have to schedule me. Boo. Tell them we don't like that, Brittany. Say, no, we don't do that. No, no, no. Okay, I sound like a weirdo, but you already knew that anyway, so it's fine. I was so upset. 8 hours of my day to play pictures. I know. Why does that happen? You're like, literally, why you do this to me? Why? Well, I'm glad you're here today. Hey Jen. Hey Jillian. And I hope that next week they don't do that. That is my wish for you on this day. Were you able to catch up with the recordings at least? I hope so. Hello. Hello. Alright. She's sleeping. We're going to read. It's going to be great. And then I'm going to the farmer's market with Amanda. Also going to be great. Next week looks good. I'll catch up with them. I haven't yet, but that's fair. That's really fair. Especially because it kind of all, they like help you pull it together. Chris is really good about like catching you up, you know, mentally, like with what he writes. I think anyway. I think he does a good job with that. Speaking of which, let's play the game that the TikTok gods want us to play in this book. What you should know is we are entering other books, and they just got to Oz yesterday, so that's exciting. We just got to Oz, and as we finished the book and they arrived in Oz, I tried to sing some Wizard of Oz songs to my daughter, thinking that that was a nice mommy thing to do, and she raspberried me. It's on the recording. I sang and she went. So, in case you're wondering what she thinks of my songs, there's your answer. Yes. She said, no, mommy, don't sing. Or do sing and I'll raspberry you. One of the two. I thought it was a fitting end to book club. Yes, we're entering worlds now. Yes, it's very exciting. Kids are always humbling us. It's so true. She said, Mommy, you thought. And I said, I did think. I finally got Autumn in the carrier, but it's hurting my shoulders. What did I do wrong? Can you send me a picture or a video so I can see? I'm waiting for when she can do it herself. Yes, she can shush me herself. But Mary, it may be that you have not like pulled the weight up quite enough. Try to get the straps up, like get her as high as you can, and then you can choose how you want to wrap the straps. So you can either do it rucksack style. Rucksack style is you pull them up and then down and then over one leg and under the other on each side. I can't do it right now, obviously, because I don't have one. I can show you later. But you don't have to do it rucksack style. You can also cross them in front of your body to take off some of the pressure. So like literally take the two strands, cross them over your body, like make a chest thing out of them, and then wrap it around, and then do the under over leg thing, or over under leg thing, and then tie it around as many times as you need. But let me see a picture first. Just like text her or Instagram me a picture or a video of what it looks like, and I'll see if I can check it out. I can help you do like a little fit check that way. Thank you to everyone who's checking out the items. I know the TikTok shop is not anyone's favorite thing. Actually, that's not true. It's Naisa's dad's favorite thing. I shouldn't speak ill of TikTok shop when Naisa's dad is in the room, sort of. I'm not caught up, but I'm hoping to catch up this weekend. Oh, good, Avery. If you'd like us to give you an overview so you can stay today, I'm always happy to do so. Guys, if you don't know this about Naisa's dad, he's obsessed with TikTok shop, and he loves to buy sweatsuits on TikTok shop. So I will not speak ill of TikTok shop in front of him. I don't know if he's here, but you know. He's so cute. He's the most precious, which is why I would never speak ill of it in front of him. And also because TikTok and every other platform loves to suppress any videos where you mention the word giveaway, I'm going to tell you that, good morning, Kai, that I have an active giveaway on my page right now. And go ahead and, you know, enter it later and you could win a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so TikTok shop. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on the shipping for me. Like sometimes they have cheap stuff, but their shipping makes it impossible. He's so obsessed with it, Naisa, which is why I would never speak ill of things that he loves. Oh, you got one for Helen? That's awesome. Yes. If I was a kid, I think I'd like it a little better, so I'm sure Helen will love it. But so far, I like 1 out of 3. If I had an older child, you know, things would be different. Obviously, I have a baby who I can't share them with, which makes it, like, not as fun. That's amazing, Jen. I hope he knows that. I hope he knows that you inspired him. Let me fix this. Okay, here we are. We fixed it. We are here. Hello, Becca. Good morning. Happy Saturday. How do the triplets like being 6? You guys want to hear something funny really quick before we start? So I sent a happy birthday video to the triplets, as I should have. And in the video, I said to my daughter, can you say happy birthday to Miles, Sawyer, and Ellie? And I know that my daughter is 9 months old and she can't actually say that, but I always say that anyway because, I don't know, it just felt like the right thing to say. And Ellie responded, no, she can't. She's a baby. And you know what? She's right. She's right. Safari's gotten approximately 20-25 sweatsuits. And I was like, you know what, Ellie? You're right. You're right. She can't because she's a baby. And I'm going to tell you something else that makes Ellie so perfect. There's a video of me that if someone reminds me, I will post later. And it is a video from 1980. No, it's from 1990. This video is from 1990, and my stepfather is filming us on an old camcorder, and we're sitting on the floor, and it's me and my sister Catherine, and I'm 4, and she's a few months old, maybe like this age, because she can kind of crawl around, but she can't walk yet. And for some reason that I still don't know, because the date on the camera makes it no one in our family's birthday, but he is asking my sister, who is this age, to sing happy birthday to somebody. And I, at the age of 4, turn and look at the camera and I said, I don't think she can. And he says, well, can you sing it? And I said, yeah, I can sing anything. And he said, anything? And I said, yeah, except for songs I don't know. So Ellie, I got you. You're my girl. She's my girl. If someone reminds me, I'll post it later. I have it on my phone. But Ellie and I had the same thought, yes. But I have to tell you, I think I was right, because I think what baby Sasha was trying to say is I have the physical, like, vocal ability to sing any song. I just have to know the song. Hey, Miles, what's up, baby? I just have to know the song, and then I can sing it. And honestly, the literal nature of a 4-year-old is unmatched. It's so true. It is so true. Yes, Ellie and I have always been kindred spirits. Um, I feel little of this with her all the time. Every time I see her wear an outfit, I'm like, I would wear that. And every time I hear her do something, I'm like, probably. The only thing that Ellie does that I did not do is Ellie is a little bit violent. I was a very unviolent child, but then again, she has 3 brothers. So to give her a little credit, I only had 1 brother and he didn't come till I was 8 years old. And an 8-year-old being violent towards a baby would be really bad. But a 6-year-old being violent to other 6-year-olds is less bad. You know what I mean? Until the teens hit and then they absolutely conviction, they're always right. I know it's ridiculous, right? I nannied a teenager, so I know. But you know what? I think I've told you guys this before. She came back to me later and she said thank you for sticking with it. So I was like, you're welcome. That was what my parents called intense. Yes, very intense. Yes, gentle Auntie Sasha. I'm just trying to, be kind about it. But good morning, Isabella. Yes, Ellie is she's just a smidge violent with her brothers. Yeah. My sister, I loved your Halloween costume, Isabella. My sister, however, in case you guys didn't know this, because I know a lot of you follow my sister and you guys are always just like, oh my gosh, look at this woman. She's such a good mom. Wow, all this stuff. She was a violent sister as a child. She bit me a lot. A lot. Yeah, no, my sister too. She's gentle to everyone except me. She bit me a lot, you guys. I don't mean like a little bit, a lot. And my sister had mostly just me, and then my little brother came, and she didn't bite him. So it's not like she was biting a younger kid. She was biting an older kid. She left teeth marks all over my body continuously. Like, I'm surprised someone didn't like call my parents and be like, what is wrong with your child? Why is she always covered in teeth marks? And yeah, I have 3 brothers, so I was rough with my older brother. Yes, exactly, Avery. So you have that Ellie gene. Yeah. Having 3 brothers and being a little bit spicy is definitely protective rather than well, there is this one video. That's hilarious, Becca. There is a video. My sister was not biting because she needed a chew. She was biting because she wanted to teach me a lesson. So I don't know that those chews would work for her. It was always in retaliation for something. But Ellie, there's a video that maybe Becca will share of when the triplets were little and Sawyer falls down. Nobody did anything wrong. Sawyer just fell down because he was a baby, right? Or like 1.5, I would say, or maybe 2. And Ellie says to him, are you okay? I know I should just bite her. It's totally true, right? And Ellie says to Sawyer, are you okay? And Sawyer either didn't hear her or didn't care that she asked. Don't know which. He was a child, so I mean, he's still a child, but he was like a little one. So we can never know if Sawyer was actively ignoring Ellie or he literally just didn't hear her. We'll never know. But he walked away. Ellie did not like that he did not acknowledge that she asked him if he was okay, so she threw something at his head. So, I mean, can you really call that protection? I don't know. It feels like aggression. She totally clocked him in the head. She's got a great arm. I gotta give the girl credit for that. She's got a great arm. I said, are you okay? Yeah. She really needed her care to be acknowledged. And that's a lesson she's gonna have to learn in life, that sometimes we care about people that don't acknowledge it. I don't think Sawyer's gonna be that person for her because he's a really nice boy, but there will be others. Yes, she will make you not okay as a result of your not listening. If I had to guess based on what I know about Sawyer, I would guess that he just wasn't even paying attention. Like, I don't think he was purposely trying to ignore. He's such a nice boy. He's so sweet. He's like an actively sweet child. So I think he just didn't hear her. And like, we'll never know because they were babies. So you can't even ask, right? Like, it's just not possible. Even at the time, if their parents would have asked them, their moms could have said like, Sawyer, did you hear her? And he could have been like, I don't know. I mean, like 2-year-olds, what are you going to do with it, right? Like, there's nothing to be done there. But Ellie did not like that. So there you go. Yeah, it's really funny, Megan. It's hilarious because they're so small. You know what I mean? And so spicy. So small, so spicy. So spicy. Okay, I am gonna stop telling stories now. She's big on revenge. Yeah, she's gonna be a Taylor Swift girly, that's for sure. She's gonna learn some Taylor Swift songs, and she is going to be a Reputation listener. Yeah. So anyway, we're here to read. It's Saturday. Let's read. We are in the land of Oz, and she's standing on the stairs with fluffy jammies and a messy bun. That tracks. That seems fine. We're reading chapter 13 right now, and it starts on page 176 for those who are keeping track for their Goodreads. And as always, if you want me to keep track for you on Goodreads, you just add me on Goodreads, and I have an entire book club shelf for us. Okay, here we go. Chapter 13 is called The Tin Woodsman. Is everybody alive? Connor asked, and a series of grunts, moans, and squawks answered his question. It was a miracle that they had all survived. After what seemed like an eternity of falling, the barn had come to a sudden and harsh stop when it hit the ground. What was left of it imploded on impact, and the twins and their friends struggled to push away the wreckage piled on top of them. That was much rougher than I expected, Alex said. Hold on a second. You were expecting that? Goldilocks asked. They all shot her a dirty look, and she smiled guiltily. Alex had completely forgotten that her friends weren't familiar with the wonderful Wizard of Oz as she and her brother were. They had no idea that a cyclone was on the menu. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that, Alex said. In the story, a tornado picks up Dorothy's house and sends it to the land of Oz. I probably should have filled you all in on that. But if the tornado sent them to Oz, where did it send us? Connor asked. They helped one another get to their feet and emerged from the collapsed barn. At first, they had to shield their eyes. Everything was so much brighter here than it had been in Kansas. The sky was a vivid blue, and they were surrounded by a forest of green trees. Even the dirt was more radiant than before. Whoa, Connor said. Did someone adjust the control settings and contrast here? Where are we? Jack asked. Alex didn't have to think twice. You guys, we are definitely in Oz, she excitedly declared. We didn't end up in Munchkinland like Dorothy, but the cyclone definitely sent us here too. A soft moaning suddenly filled the forest. Does anyone hear that? Red asked. They looked around the trees, but they didn't find the source. Where is that coming from? Mother Goose said. Lester, is that your stomach? Hey, Amanda, see you soon. The goose shook his head. He was just as curious as everyone else. The sound continued and appeared to grow more agitated as time went on. Connor gasped and his eyes grew very wide. He knew where this was coming from. Oh no, he said. The sound sounds like it's coming from under the barn. We landed on someone, just like Dorothy does. Quick, we've got to help them. Connor and the others quickly dug through the pieces of the barn. They figured they were getting closer to whoever it was because the moaning became louder and louder. Please don't die. Help is on the way, Connor shouted into the wreckage. Glinda, is that you? Oh, God, if we killed Glinda, I will never forgive myself. But to Connor's relief, they did not find the beloved Good Witch of the South, but uncovered a man instead. He was unusually tall and very thin. He had a long and pointed nose, and he wore a cap. As they brushed the debris off of him, they discovered that everything from his clothes to his skin was made of metal. Oh my gosh, it's the Tin Woodsman, Alex said. Is he a friend of yours? Red asked. No, he's a main character in the story, Connor whispered. This is kind of a big deal. The Tin Woodsman was so heavy that it took all of them to pull him up onto his feet. He was stiff as a statue and frozen in a position with his axe raised. His eyes were very large, and they darted around the strange people helping him. He continued to moan, but his mouth was shut tightly. What's wrong with him? Goldilocks asked. Is he petrified? No, he's rusted, Alex said. He needs oil. You think there's a body shop nearby? Mother Goose said. No, he should have an oil can around here somewhere. She looked around the trees and saw a tiny cottage a little ways into the forest. She ran into it and went inside, returning to her friends a few moments later with an oil can. She immediately oiled the joints around his prominent jaw, and it fell right open. Gah! The Tin Woodsman's moan turned into a scream now that his mouth was open, and the screams didn't stop. Everyone covered their ears and looked to the twins to do something. Oh my god, is there a way to turn him off? Red asked. Dude, you've got to chill out, Connor said. Why are you screaming? Because a barn just fell out of the sky and landed on me, the Tin Woodsman yelled. I doubt that you'd be taking it any better if that happened to you. Goldilocks slammed the Tin Woodsman's mouth shut until he calmed down. Listen, are you going to stop screaming now? She asked, but he didn't move. Well, give us a nod. He can't nod unless he's oiled, Alex said, and then she oiled the joints around his neck, and the Tin Woodsman nodded. Goldilocks pulled his mouth open again. Ugh, this feels so much better, the Woodsman said. He was so relieved that he forgot what he had been screaming at. Would you be so kind as to oil the rest of me, please? Alex oiled his joints from the neck down, and slowly the Tin Woodsman's body began to relax. His shoulders fell, and he dropped his axe to his side. Oh, thank you, he said with a long sigh. I've been holding that thing up for a year. You've been stuck like this for a year? Jack asked. Most uncomfortably, the Tin Woodsman said. I always keep an oil can nearby me in case I start to rust. The one time I left it in my cottage, a huge rainstorm caught me by surprise. I've been standing here ever since. Well, that sounds terrible, Mother Goose sympathized. I know the feeling. I was buried alive for 2 weeks once. Boy, was I glad to get out of that mess. That's when I learned to ask questions before participating in a religious ritual. No matter how cute the islanders are, you gotta ask questions. The Tin Woodsman glanced at them all nervously. Who are you people anyway, and where did you come from? Connor pushed his sister forward. Alex, I'm gonna go ahead and let you take this one since I always seem to say the wrong thing. Alex looked into the Tin Woodsman's curious eyes. If the barn was any indication, the truth would be way too shocking for him to comprehend. She needed to come up with a story that he would believe but wouldn't frighten him away if they needed his help. Well, we aren't supposed to tell anyone, Alex said, but we're on a secret mission from the wizard. We're traveling through the air when our barn lost its balloon, and something the wizard put together for us, well, we fell into this forest. Luckily, we had you to break our fall. The Tin Woodsman was instantly captivated. His jaw dropped open and he put both of his hands on top of his head. You know the Wizard of Oz? He asked in total bewilderment. Yeah, we work for him, Alex said. There's a ruthless criminal on the loose, and the wizard asked us to personally track him down. He's come into Oz in hopes of recruiting an army. The wizard wants us to stop him before any innocent people are hurt. Why, that's terrible, the Tin Woodsman said. But what kind of army would he be looking to recruit? I was hoping you could tell us, she said. We aren't from around here. Would you happen to know of anyone or anything that might help this criminal overthrow the wizard? The Tin Woodsman scratched his head as he thought it through. They're the guards of the Emerald City, but they would never betray the wizard, he said. Oh, wait, I know. He probably teamed up with the Wicked Witch of the West. Everyone knows that she wants to get rid of the wizard ever since he came to Oz. The twins and their friends gulped in unison. They didn't have to be familiar with the story to know that the Wicked Witch of the West was one of the most terrifying villains in history of literature. Naturally, the twins' uncle had come to Oz to partner with her. Well, that's not that bad, right? Connor said, desperately trying to make light of the situation. I mean, she's just one witch and a couple of flying monkeys, right? The flying monkeys aren't all she has in her control, the Tin Woodsman said. She has 40 great ferocious wolves, a flock of 40 frightening crows, swarms of killer bees, and an army of winkies. Yeah, that does sound like something that Lloyd would be into, Mother Goose said. Wait, what's a winky? Red asked. A winky is how I told my parents that... These are times when you really have to read the sentence correctly or the joke doesn't land, so I'm going to redo that. A winky is how my parents told Alex and me apart when we were infants, Connor said, and he laughed hysterically at his own joke. No one joined him. Sorry, not the time for a joke. The Winkies are people who live in the western half of Oz, the Tin Woodsman explained. I'm sorry, I have to laugh. It's too funny.
I need to let the laugh out for a second so I can continue reading as the woodsman. That was funny. A winky is how they told them apart. The Wicked Witch of the West enslaved them when she took over Winky County, and she rules the land mercilessly from her castle. The news bothered everyone except for Alex. She was delighted to hear this. Alex, why are you smiling? Connor asked. This is terrible news for us. We cannot compete against that, is how they know the gender in utero. It's exactly how they know the gender in utero. That's right. Yes, that is correct. No, Alex said. This is great news for us. It doesn't matter who or what our uncle is after, as long as we know where he's headed. We can stop him before he reaches the witch. And if he landed in Munchkinland with Dorothy, and we're in the forest with the woodsman, that means we've got at least a day or two head start on them. You're right, Connor said joyfully. We'll just hide out close to the witch's castle and tackle him before he gets inside. Okay, but who's going to take us there? Goldilocks said. None of us know this land well enough to navigate through it alone. They all turned to the woodsman at once, thinking the exact same thing, and as soon as he caught on, the Tin Woodsman put his arms up defensively. Don't look at me, he said. I am not going anywhere near that place. Oh, come on, Red said. If this man gets to the Wicked Witch before we get to him, thousands of innocent people might die. You have to have a heart. Alex leaned in to whisper to Red. That's really not going to work, Red. Part of the story is that the Tin Woodsman doesn't have a heart. What do you mean he doesn't have a heart? Red said. That's absolutely ridiculous. Everyone has a heart. The Tin Woodsman grew quickly paranoid. How'd you know I didn't have a heart? Because the wizard told us, Connor said, thinking fast. The great and powerful Wizard of Oz knows everything. He told us that if we cross paths with a man made of tin, to offer him a heart in exchange for helping us. So, if I escort you to Winky Country, the wizard will give me a heart? He asked. Yep. He sure will. Hey, excuse us for just one moment, Alex interrupted. Before Connor could say any more, Alex pulled her brother aside. Connor, what are you doing? We don't have a heart to give to this man. Well, we'll have to papier-mâché one or something, Connor said. Even the wizard gives him a fake one at the end of the story, and he's perfectly happy with that. That is a good point, she whispered. Okay, as you were. Pierrot's there. Let's go. Connor walked back to the Tin Woodsman and offered him a handshake. 1 heart in exchange for guidance to the witch's castle. Do we have a deal, Mr. Woodsman? The Tin Woodsman was very conflicted. Could he face the biggest fear in return for his greatest wish? He certainly wouldn't get a heart just waiting around the forest. All right, deal, he said, and he shook Connor's hand. Well, this is fantastic, Mother Goose said. How are we going to get there? We'll take the yellow brick road, of course, he said matter-of-factly, and a quiet little gasp slipped out of Alex as she grabbed her brother's hand. Is it far? Jack asked. Well, it's just beyond the forest, the woodsman said. We'll take it all the way to the Emerald City, and then we'll travel into Winky Country to the witch's castle. Everyone follow me, and can someone bring my oil can? He led the way, and Mother Goose, Red, Jack, Goldilocks, and Lester followed closely behind him. Alex pulled Connor a few steps back and let the others get a head start. Did you hear that, Connor? Alex said. She had a bright, huge smile on her face. He's taking us to the yellow brick road. The yellow brick road. My inner 6-year-old self is flipping out. Connor smiled. There she is, he said with a happy smile. Where is it? Do you see it already? No, I'm not talking about the yellow brick road. I'm talking about you, Connor laughed. It's nice to see you excited about something again. I missed it. Aww, he loves his sister. All right, going into the next chapter. The next chapter is not that long. We might be able to do more. Chapter 14 is called Trouble on the Yellow Brick Road, but I'm going to get a sip of coffee first. Sip of coffee, sip of coffee. Halloween, Halloween. I didn't even ask you guys, did everyone have a good Halloween? That was really rude of me. We started talking about Ellie and I got distracted. I just got an alert in the corner of my TikTok and it says, Stage 1, say hi. What does that mean? Let's click on it and find out. Whoa. Start the journey. Say hi. Hi. Okay, I said hi. Have you ever had mushroom coffee? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am so anti-mushroom. It is not to be believed. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing, Brittany. I didn't know that. There's no world where you could get me to put a mushroom in my mouth. It's not happening. Sorry. I won't be doing it. No. No. It was okay. Had a Halloween party, projected the game on the grid. Not even a no thank you sip. Not even a no thank you sip. Yeah, I will not be eating a fungus, Jen. No. My favorite is it's even more special. Yeah, I love Halloween. We had such a great time. We took her trick-or-treating. Let me rephrase that. We didn't go up to the houses and take the candy. That's funny, Mary. We went to each house and looked at their decorations, talked to the kids, saw all the decor, and then kept going. It is Christmas season now, you guys. Guys, I'm a Christmas baby. I'm a Christmas girly. We are going to be decorating for Christmas here soon. Oh, shoot. Okay, sorry. I just remembered something I have to do. Yes. All good things. Christmas. Yes. Christmas things. Always. Yes. I'm so close to having everything out of her room. Let's read. We're going to turn this way so that the back of her head is to the camera. That's right, your son and I share a birthday. That's right. I refuse to think it's Christmas until December 2nd. No, today is Christmas. Happy Christmas, everybody. I am Halloween until Halloween's over, and then I am Christmas. I will always be that girl. We will start listening to Christmas music immediately. The good news is, my husband already tested it. My daughter loves Carol of the Bells. I don't know what made him test that, but he did, and she likes it. Oh no, what's today then? It's Christmas! Yes, okay. And of course, you all know I mean that in the completely non-religious, only fun Christmas carols and decorations and presents and snow kind of Christmas. No Jesus Christmas, no manger scene, none of that, but presents and lights and bulbs and whatever else. All the music. Mariah Carey for days. Mariah Carey for days. Yes. Merriment, so much merriment, crisp weather, you know, a little bit of cocoa for somebody, eggnog for those who are allowed to partake in it, all that, 100%. Yeah, all of that. Okay, chapter 4, although I will say, I will partake in all Christmas carols, even the religious ones, because the choir kid in me can't help herself. I don't care for the message of them, but the songs are so beautiful. My friend Kiddo, a Sithmas book, that's amazing. I haven't scrolled TikTok yet, but I can't wait for that one. I have a video. Oh, thank you for that reminder. I have a video I have to put up today, right? Someone remind me that later. Okay, I have to stop. I need to read so that she stays asleep. Sorry, you guys. Shh. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Shh, shh, shh. Chapter 14. Hi. You're awfully cute, I have to tell you that. Exactly, I'll sing them, I just won't believe them. Okay, are you awake officially? You want to go to your playpen? Ow. Ow. I ate your nose. I ate your nose. I did. I ate your nose. How do you feel about that? Can I eat your cheek? Oh, so delicious. Hi, Liz. Can you say, hi, Liz? Oh, big smiles for Liz. Mwah. Mwah. Thank you, Becca. Okay, you want out so you can go in your playpen. Let's show everybody your pajamas. Can we show everyone your cute pajamas, your Halloween PJs? Okay, hold on. Yeah. Are those fun? Are those fun PJs or what? They're like caramel apples, but all the villains. Can you sit right there and wait for mommy? Oh, hey, sweet girl. I didn't know you were here. Okay. Let's go to the playpen. Let's go to the really nice playpen. I don't know if you guys know. Okay, thank you, Becca. Let's go ahead and sit down. All right, you guys ready for a little Tower of Terror action? Are you ready for Tower of Terror, honey? Tower of Terror in 3, 2, woo! Was that cool? Can you say, oh, wow, so cool? Thank you for the pity smile. I'll take it. Wee! Hey, Christina, long time no see. Can we move all this out of the way so that if you want to stand, you can stand? Here, do you want to read your Ellie book? This is one of her favorite books, in case you guys didn't know. Where's Ellie? Great book. We read it 4 times in a row yesterday. So mommy has Where's Ellie memorized. We need a Christmas name for the Tower of Terror. Ooh, what about the Santa slide? Thoughts? What do you think? The Santa slide? Yeah, so good. I think that's great. The Santa slide. Very good, Becca. Very good. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? We're going to read chapter 14. Chapter 14 is called, Trouble on the Yellow Brick Road. Dun, dun, dun. What do you think of that? Is it good? Thank you for smiling at me. You have the best smile in the whole wide world. Okay, here we go. The Tin Woodsman guided his new acquaintances through the Ozian forest, and they found the magnificent yellow brick road winding through the heart of the woods. You like that? Yeah. Even against all the effervescent colors in the land of Oz, the bright and majestic road stood out. Alex began skipping as soon as her feet touched it. She just couldn't help herself. Well, in Rome, she told her brother before he could tease, when in Rome. Oh my gosh, me either, Becca. We need to do that. Oh, we need to take pictures for that. She told her brother before he could tease her. As they traveled down the most famous path in literature, the land drastically changed all around them. Are you singing a song? Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. You like that song? Thanks for not raspberrying me. I appreciate it. Lucky you, you have the most photogenic baby in history. Yeah, but we also have to be in the pictures, which we are not the most photogenic people in history. Beginning of November has card deals. Oh, well, that's good to know. I didn't know that. With every turn, the yellow brick road curved into a different terrain. One minute they were in a thick forest, and the next they were in an open field. They crossed over streams, rivers, ponds, and lakes, farmlands, and little villages, only to end up in another forest. Mother Goose found the continuously changing land very entertaining. Even she had never been someplace so predictable. But we only have one kid. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Yeah, just you. We only have you. Just you. Thank you for smiling at me. Hi. Mwah. Mwah. Can you say mwah? Mwah. Well, don't clock yourself in the head with Ellie. Even then, we are into a picture. Yeah. No, that's fair. This place is a hoot, Mother Goose said. It's more random than your mood swings, Lester. Squaw, the large bird replied as if to say, how dare you? Jack and Goldilocks kept a watchful eye on everything that they passed. They had never been someplace that they knew so little about. They wanted to be prepared at all times, but they didn't have the slightest clue what to be prepared for. Red was more interested in the Tin Woodsman than the scenery. No matter how long she studied him, she couldn't figure out how he worked. She was half expecting to find a switch of some kind sticking out of his back. "Have you always been a woodsman?" she asked. "Oh, yes. My father was a woodman before me and his father before him." Wait a second. Is it woodman? Have I been saying woodsman this whole time and it's woodman? Wait a second. Oh my God. It's woodman without the S. I have just been inserting the S in there. I thought it was woodsman. It's just woodman. The Tin Woodman. I hate that. Oh, I like woodsman better. You found Ellie? Very good. I want it to be Tin Woodsman. Woodman sounds like someone's last name. Like, "Mr. Woodman, can you please pick up line 7? Call for Dr. Woodman. I don't like it. Woodsman. "Oh, yes," he answered. "My father was a woodman before me and his father before him." "Were you all made of tin, or is your family a variety of metals?" Red asked, but then she quickly apologized. "Oh my gosh, forgive me. I hope that wasn't insensitive. I've never met someone of your, element." "No, I'm the only one made of tin," the Tin Woodman said. "But I was once a real man." "Oh, so it's a curse," Red said. "I'm familiar with curses. My fiance was cursed to look like a frog, or at least he was my fiance once upon a time. I'm not even really sure what he's considered now." "It wasn't a curse, but it was the result of a spell," the Tin Woodsman said. "I fell in love with a beautiful Munchkin girl who agreed to marry me, but she lived with a mean old woman who didn't want to live alone, so she bribed the Wicked Witch of the East to hurt me. She cast a spell on my axe, causing it to slip out of my hand and cut off my limbs one at a time, eventually severing my head and splitting open my body. The local tinsmith rebuilt me one appendage at a time until I was entirely made out of tin." Red was very disturbed by his ghastly story. "Why on earth didn't you just get a new axe?" The Tin Woodman went quiet for a moment. "You know, I never thought about that," he said. "Then whatever happened to the Munchkin girl that you were going to marry?" he said. Red asked. "I don't know," he said. "The body the tinsmith built me was hollow. I never had a heart to miss her with, so I forgot all about her. I suppose she still lives with that mean old woman." "Trust me, you're better off without a heart," Red said. "I speak from experience. Not having a heart means that you'll never have to worry about heartbreak. And believe me, heartbreak is awful." "But living without a heart means that you can't feel at all," the Tin Woodman said. "It may spare you from grief or loneliness or misery or longing or fear, but you don't enjoy or laugh or excite or love. And anyone who can't love is just an object." "Oh, it's so sad, honey. Anyone who can't love is just an object. Oh, heartbreaking." Red scrunched her forehead. "But if you can't long for anything, how do you know that you want a heart? And if you don't fear it, then why were you so scared when the barn landed on you?" The Tin Woodman went quiet again. He didn't have an answer, but Red was making him think. Connor cleared his throat. Hey, excuse me, Mr. Woodman," he said, and pulled Red aside to where the Tin Woodman couldn't hear them. "Red, what are you doing? You need to shut up." "Why? This man clearly has a heart. He just doesn't know that it's there," she said. "Obviously," Connor said, "but he's not supposed to learn that lesson till the end of the story. If he learns that lesson now, we're gonna lose our guide." Red crossed her arm and tried to be silent. The yellow brick road took the traveling party through a few obstacles, but it was nothing they couldn't handle. "I know, sweetheart. Here, do you want this coin? Look at this coin. Can you put the coin in the box?" "Thank you." At one point, the road disappeared into a deep ditch, but the Tin Woodman chopped down a tree and they used it as a bridge. They also came to a stop when there was no bridge to connect them to the yellow brick road on the other side of the wild river. Lester acted as a boat then and transported each of them across the water one at a time. "Do you want it out? Here, let's get it out. Here you go." He squawked loudly when it was the Tin Woodman's turn, as it was difficult to stay afloat with this heavy man on his back. Alex and Mother Goose weren't using magic on purpose. Giving Sierra baby work. Yes, definitely giving her work. You know what else we learned today? We learned that she can moo. Sweetheart, what does a cow say? Does a cow go moo? Moo. Moo. That's right. Moo. Moo. Eh. Does a duck say quack, quack, quack? Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. You don't like the duck as much as the cow? That's fine. I know, her voice is so cute, right? It's so widow. You have a widow voice, huh? Because you're a widow girl? Okay. The twins' knowledge, the only people in Oz capable of doing real magic were the witches, and they didn't want the Tin Woodsman to think that they had anything to do with the wicked witches of the East or West. All in all, their journey was rather easy compared to how they'd arrived in Oz. Jack and Goldilocks started to relax little by little, but the effortlessness only worried the twins. It was too easy. I remember Oz being a lot more dangerous in the book, Connor told his sister. Yeah, me too, Alex said. I remember that there were all kinds of scary plants and animals. Maybe we're missing them all? The twins nodded, but they knew that they were never that lucky, and the next few miles of yellow brick road would prove just that. What was that? Goldilocks said, and she stopped in her tracks. What did you see? Jack asked. It was a big shadow, she said, and it ran through the trees just to my right. Red screamed. I saw something too! There, in the trees to my left! The Tin Woodsman gripped his axe with both hands, inspiring Jack and Goldilocks to retrieve their own weapons. Alex and Mother Goose shared a look. They would use magic, if they had to. The shadows moved quickly from tree to tree in the forest around them, but never in the same place twice. Something, or, well, several somethings from the look of it, were hunting them. Moo! 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 That's not really a moo. Can you go moo? Okay, well that was close. Here, have this. Can you put this coin in the box? There's the box. What? Why are we growling? Who growls? The piggy? No. What does the piggy say? Oink, oink, oink. Oink, oink. What are those? Connor asked. Calidas, the Tin Woodsman said. Honey, what does a wolf say? That's right. The doctor doesn't believe she does that. It's pretty clear to me that she's answering me. I know, the wolf growls. I know. But can we be nice animals too? Can you say meow? A kitty says meow. We're trying to teach her nice animals now because all she does is growl at things, which is my fault entirely. I take full responsibility for it. But I'd love her to learn some nice animal sounds. What does a kitty say? Meow. 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 She's debating it real hard. Right, Becca? That wasn't bad. That was an okay meow. I'll take it. Come again? Red peeped. What are Calidas? Unfortunately, her question was answered when a pack of 8 monstrous beasts emerged from the trees and surrounded them. They had bodies like bears and heads like tigers, and each was 9 feet tall, exposing their ferocious claws and fangs. Holy hybrid, Mother Goose yelled. The Calidas growled at the trembling travelers. These guys don't happen to be herbivores, do they? Connor asked. Well, they are, actually, the Tin Woodsman said. Connor was shocked. Oh, well, that's a relief. Wait, herbivore means that they eat meat, right? The Tin Woodsman asked. No, those are carnivores. Oh, the Tin Woodsman said. My mistake. These are definitely carnivores. That's silly. That's silly, huh? High five? High five? Thank you. The Kalidas lunged toward them, and Jack and the Tin Woodsman struck two with their axes. Goldilocks gashed one with her sword and kicked another in the stomach. Mother Goose flicked one on the nose. Bad hybrid, she chastised. Very bad. Their defenses only angered the Kalidas, and they salivated at the mouth. Alex hit the yellow brick road with her fist, and tree roots shot from the ground and wrapped around the monster's feet. Run! She yelled, and the twins and their friends ran down the yellow brick road as fast as they could. The roots slowed the Kalidas down for only a couple seconds. Yes, the piggy screams, huh? But can the cow go, moo? Moo. That was good. Does the bunny go hop, hop, hop? Hop, hop, hop? Good, that was good hopping. Alex and Mother Goose stayed back, Alex and Mother Goose stayed back of the fleeing group, enchanting the forest to protect their friends as they went. Alex waved her hands, and the tree bent down, wrapping around their branches around the Kalidas. They were too strong to be contained for long, and the savage beasts tore through the branches like they were very tiny sticks. Mother Goose raised her hand up into the air as if they were lifting something heavy and dropped them down with gusto. Sending a strong wave through the yellow brick road like a rug, it knocked the Kalidas off their feet. Yahtzee! Mother Goose yelled with a fist pump. Autumn, give Mommy a chip. Still, this wasn't enough to scare the beasts away. They avoided the road and ran through the trees on either side of the yellow brick road, and they were gaining ground. The Tin Woodsman, Jack, and Goldilocks slashed their paws as they clawed after the group. The forest was starting to thin out, and the yellow brick road curved into a flowery meadow ahead. The meadow was wide open. They would have no trees to shield them from the Kalidas there. Alex started to panic. They were too powerful, and there were too many of them to fight off. Connor, when we get to the meadow, make sure that the others keep running, she said. Get them as far away from me as possible. I'm going to stay behind. But the Kalidas will kill you, he said. No, they won't, Alex said. I'm getting overwhelmed. Connor was frightened to hear this, but he knew it might be their only chance to make it out of Oz alive. He and the others ran into the meadow, and Alex stayed at the edge of the forest. She turned to face the Kalidas. They were so close to her that she could see the whites of their eyes and the tips of their fangs. Alex closed her eyes and tried to think of the most overwhelming thing possible. If she could reach the point of losing herself the way that she did in the witch's brew in the fairy palace, she knew that she could scare the Kalidas away. Unfortunately, she didn't have to. All 8 of the beasts came to an abrupt stop at the edge of the forest. Inches away from her, they whimpered and ran off in the opposite direction. Alex couldn't believe it. She hadn't even done anything yet. Or had she? The others saw it too, and they came to a halt in the middle of the meadow. What happened? Connor yelled back to her. I have no idea, Alex said with a laugh. They just stopped, and then they ran the other way. She joined her friends in the meadow, and together they watched in utter confusion as the cowardly creatures retreated into the woods. That might have been... Mommy can't talk, apparently. I know, honey, I know. That must have been one really dirty look that you gave them, Mother Goose said. Atta girl. They all congratulated Alex with hugs and pats on the back, but she wasn't sure that she deserved it. She was sure that it must have been something else. What's the matter, sweetheart? Are you slipping on this book? Do you want me to move it? Should we move the book? What if we did that? Here you go. The Tin Woodsman was astonished. So you and the old woman are capable of magic? Hey, who are you calling old, Rusty? Mother Goose snapped at him. We only just know a few tricks that the wizard taught us, Alex said with a guilty laugh, but thankfully the woodsman found it highly intriguing and not frightening. Their escape from the Kalidas must have taken a toll on them because everyone looked exhausted. They panted and panted, but none of them could catch their breath. Lester lay on the ground and went right to sleep. Wow, look at these beautiful flowers, Red said, admiring the scarlet flowers covering the meadow. They match my dress perfectly. Red picked one of them up and placed it in her hair. She gathered more for a small bouquet, and then suddenly she screamed. What is it, Red? Jack asked. It's a skeleton, she screamed, laying right there underneath the flowers. And they all went to inspect it, but they paused as they felt crunches under their feet. The meadow wasn't just covered in flowers, it was also littered with skeletons. It was horrifying, but none of them had caught their breath enough to scream. In fact, the longer they stood in the meadow, the more exhausted they became. What is this place? Goldilocks asked breathlessly. The Tin Woodsman didn't seem nearly as tired as the rest of them. Oh no, he said with alarmed eyes. Oh, really? It wasn't us the Kalidas were running from. It was the flowers. I know, honey. They've entered a field of deadly poppies. Yeah. The twins heard a thump behind them, quickly followed by another. Very loud, sweetheart. Let's use our inside voice. Can you say, la, 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 la? One by one, their friends dropped to the ground, fainting from the poppy's poisonous fumes. Connor, Alex panted, what are we going to do? And she fell into the flowers before she could finish her sentence. Connor was the last one of his friends standing. He fought the anesthesia for as long as he could, but the poppies were just too strong. The scene made him dizzier and more fatigued than he had ever been in his life. I know, sweetheart, I know. Can you wait 1 second, honey? Can you give Mommy 1 minute? Can Mommy have 1 minute to finish this page? Yeah, what do you think? He almost was too tired to breathe. With no lungs in his chest, the Tin Woodsman was the only one not affected. He watched in horror as Connor slowly lost consciousness. Get help, Connor whispered to him, and then Connor collapsed to the ground, his eyes fluttering shut as he fell into a deep sleep, possibly an eternal sleep. Uh-oh. Eternal sleep? Oh, no. That's not good, huh? We don't like that for our friends. I know. Okay, you want to sit down? Okay. We're going to say bye-bye to everyone because we have to go get dressed to meet Amanda, huh? Do you want to say bye-bye, everybody? Can you say bye, friends? We're going to go to the farmer's market. Do you want to try one more sound before we go? Can you say meow? Meow. Oh. Okay. Meow? Meow. She said no. She said I would rather raspberry you than say meow. Honey, what does a cow say? Does a cow go moo? Okay, she's done with me. I am, Mama. That's right. I know, honey. Okay, we're going to go get ready and go to the farmer's market. Say bye-bye, everybody. Say bye-bye. Little hand. Bye-bye. Oh, hi, Autumn. Say hi, Autumn. Autumn's saying hi to you. That's another baby. She's a little bit bigger baby. She was born about a year before you. Actually, like a year and a half. Okay, we'll go. Bye, guys. We'll see you later.